Hi, can you please introduce yourself?
I'm Davide. I'm from Alba, Italy, northern Italy. I'm in the US right now in New York, where I'm doing a PhD in computer science at Columbia University. Right now, in New York, they're doing a lockdown, which for them means if you're not an essential worker, you don't go to work, you stay home, and you go out only for buying basic stuff that you need. However, they let you go out. Basically, they're not gonna go around and find people for being in the park or going for a jog. So I feel like the measures are the usual, but it's a bit more relaxed than I heard in other countries. So if, on a nice Sunday, if you go out, you can see the parks are full of people and people are going around the city. Maybe they're wearing a mask, but there's still people out.
The healthcare system, and we heard that right now you don't need to have a health insurance anymore to be tested for COVID. Is that true? And if so, how does it work?
To get tested, it's now free. In the beginning, it used to be three, 3K, $3,000 to get tested if you didn't have insurance. Don't take my word for it. I mean, I may be wrong. This is what I remember. Now it's free. What's not free is if you get hospitalized. So I think for that part, the normal rules apply. So you need to have an insurance, otherwise you need to pay for it. And the prices are high, so an hospitalization of that kind would easily be $20,000 or $30,000.
So the reaction of the USA to the pandemic was pretty late compared to other countries. And so, how did you react to this delay? Also, considering the fact that you come from Italy, so you were seeing what was happening in your country.
The situation in the beginning was, at least at my office, there's a few Italian people I mean, there's people from everywhere. Few of us are Italians, and the way it was working was, as Italians, we're telling everybody else, be safe, it's coming, it's really bad, and they didn't care because we knew what was going on in Italy already. The US reacted. The US actually reacted right away. The problem is that and they reacted right away once they were able to count the number of cases. In my opinion, the problem here was that they didn't test anybody. So it was like, we don't have the problem, but it's not that was not true. You have the problem, you just haven't been testing anybody, so you don't know.
Are the protests in the streets still going on? And what are the main claims?
In New York, the situation is bad enough that there were some protests, but they were small. I think most people are okay with the measures and they're not happy about it, but they accept it, they understand it. The bigger protests were in other states. The issue is there's in cities like New York, there's higher density of population. The situation is worse, but the US applied the lockdown uniformly across the whole country, and there are honestly regions where they don't really have the virus much, and
Mhm.
and things are spread out enough that probably it wouldn't get as bad. So I feel like people in those areas where they feel safe, they are thinking that the measures are too much.
Can you tell us something about Hart Island and the mass graves there?
Hart Island is this very small island. Nobody lives there, and that's where the city buries people that cannot afford a funeral, or like they don't have relatives, like homeless people or things like that. Um, I read that normally once a week they bury people, and now they're burying so much more, such that every day of the week they're there uh, adding people. So that I guess they used it as an example because that gives you a sense of how much more people are dying.
Can you tell us a story or something meaningful that happened to you during the lockdown?
So we order delivery, and it's kind of funny because, for example, one time we ordered a lot of stuff from CVS. It's a chain. They have some food, some pharmacy stuff, and so on. And we ordered, I don't know, 20, 30 items. And when the delivery arrived, it was just one guy with a bag, and inside there was just a toothpaste. That's it. Of all the things that we ordered, the delivery brought us one toothpaste, and I guess it was funny.
Can you define the whole situation in a word?
It's like a Black Mirror episode. It's um, wait, I have surreal. Surreal is the word. I think we're just in a movie. This is a movie. It's not real. Yeah.
This is one of the best answer to these questions.
Yeah, and that's why I don't watch Black Mirror. It's too much. I cannot take it. After watching an episode, I feel so bad.
And now it's happening.
So not amazing.
Okay, so thank you, Davide, for your time for this call.